Real question: do we have a
I
lot
don't know.
more speed modules floating around?
I don't know, send that back to its home and maybe you can call the regular engineering train. It should have 100 on it, just from the base.
Oh, never mind. The speed modules train over here has like 600.
Oh, yeah, well, then call that one.
I'm gonna bring it over right there, and pardon me.
Okay, that's obviously not doing something right.
Oh no, I may have made a tactical error.
12.
We're gonna just take that and
There we go. That that's a more reasonable number. I don't want 190 assembler machines. 10 sounds.
there we go. No evidence at all of what I just did. Alright, delete that stop. Go back to module pickup, and no one ever has to know what I just did. Brought it in here, and the logistics robot started a fucking violent holdup. This is not what I signed on for, guys. Where you think you're going with all that?
And did you bring it to a spot that had inserters or something?
Yeah, kind of. A little bit, maybe. Alright, add weight condition. Passenger present. Add weight condition. 30 seconds.
You haven't seen stats on how many small businesses are having issue.
I think it would be safe to assume all of them.
Doing that, you should have 8. Although, if I can get you down to 1, if I do 12, I'll do 12. But you can have 8. Yeah. There's been some changes on it. Alright, so need like a red belt in of ores. So just curious, is that gonna round that up to 11? It does. Alright. I'm okay not having precision on. I saw a headline. I didn't read the article at all, but like the biggest. Hello, boy. The boy. How you doing today? The biggest,
There we go.
or one of the biggest producers of vaccines says they won't be able to have enough vaccine to vaccinate everyone until 2024.
That's kind of crazy.
And all I saw was the headline, so I have zero more information than that.
Really, who needs more information than that? That's kind of scary.
I'm doing well. And
Oh, I'm stuck in a tree.
I should probably actually plan and start promoting the birthday stream. I think I'm going to do it Saturday. So probably a birthday stream Saturday. More details to follow.
Sure hope so.
I know I've got 2 games to give away, and I'm gonna look over my humble and see if I have any more keys that I can do. And there's Karen Master right on cue with the September info. Hello, puppers. I hear you back there.
There we go. Get some more rail built up here.
I don't know if it's all specifically trying to hold back or if it's just production ramp up. You want to be able to vaccinate 8 billion people as quickly as you can, but then you also don't need to continue that capacity. You just need to continue to vaccinate new people, which is not 8 billion all at once. Yeah, I think they're still figuring out immunity, which is scary.
Did I not tell you about the dude in China that I was reading about?
I don't recall now.
Yeah, on the subject of immunity, there's a guy who works in one of those high-end labs in China, and he caught COVID. So they were like, "Hey, let's sequence this. We've got the guy, the sample, the lab, the whole 9 yards.
Right.
So this is the perfect opportunity." So they sequenced it. This was back in February. In August, dude came down with what they suspected was COVID again. They tested and resequenced what he had, confirmed it was COVID, and it had mutated enough in 6 months that there was no immunity. It was mutating as fast as or faster than the common cold and flu, which is extremely bad news.
It is.
So immunity is probably not going to be a thing any more so than it is cold and flu.
That's uncool.
Yeah, I was pretty stoked to see that they had a guy in one of those labs that they had managed to sequence twice to verify this. Like, that's pretty solid support for the you can get reinfected, because there had been a number of cases where people were suspected to have been infected and reinfected, and they were like, yeah, but the documentation isn't totally clear on this for whatever reason. Well, it's pretty clear on the case of this guy. They actually sequenced it twice on him, and it was 2 different strains.
Mara says, well, it's basically some sort of flu. so the body might be able to. Yeah, it's some bad news. So even a vaccine made for the first version may be useless next year.
Yeah, it's not looking like a thing that we're going to be able to just say, okay, here we have immunity to it, we have a vaccine to it. Like it's going to be like the
Yeah,
seasonal flu vaccine that they offer that has 3 most likely scenario candidates that they can inoculate you against, and if the flu takes a different path, well, too bad you're going to get sick anyway.
yeah. JMO saying that similar about the flu.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Logistics robots bring me 1,000 rail. And like a swarm of locusts, they descend upon me. Not to strip my bones, but to load them down with railway track.
Haven't had a flu in like 24 years. Yeah, I don't get out much, so I haven't caught anything in a long time myself. Sounds familiar. 13. A machine of that, a machine of that.
There we go.
I got 2 gears. One of those. 20 and 4? Did I do 20 or 22?
I don't.
Anyway, put that guy in there just so that we have him on our list here.
Oh. Well, I'm glad that you started building the rail network around that other side, because that made me making a
Gives you
shortcut.
a shorter path.
Yeah, it made me making this shortcut a whole lot easier, and it means we'll have some redundancy up to the north. So if we automate a resupply train for artillery, it's not going to be taking up the only available track. Why am I getting out of my train? I'm gonna just build from it. I'm way too lazy to walk.
So why aren't these taking the default?
Yeah, I mean, those are the 2 sweetest words in the English language. Default. Alright, there we go.
Because they don't accept productivity. That's why. It'll take a lot of grenades. Yeah, it's. I mean, nobody's. We're all throwing around kind of reality. We're not all doom and gloom or anything. So
No, I think we're probably going to have to get used to the new normal being cold flu COVID season, not just cold and flu season anymore.
yeah, get some work, man. Okay, so point one was
Get rid of
rounded
all
up.
these trees. So I can see. I'm just getting swarmed with trees. Thanks, guys. Thanks. Shit, went the wrong way.
Just got their German version of mac and cheese out of the oven. Sounds really good right now. Some cheesy carbs.
Cheese. When does cheese not sound good, really?
Yeah, I'll go for that.
I have never met a thing covered in cheese that wasn't significantly more edible than the same thing not covered in cheese. Alright, so why don't you have power? I'm out of big power poles, that's what the problem is. Alright, let's fix that. There we go.
Supply train to the rescue.
Who, me?
Yeah, does your supply train have more poles on it?
Oh, yeah, I was in my supply train. I just had to open the cargo car. I didn't realize I had run out.
Mamaro says, I have, but that was because of wrong cheese, I think.
Yeah, if the cheese is no good,
Yeah,
then
well,
you
and
can wreck
if
a
he's
thing.
in Germany, I'm sure he has access to a lot more cheese variety than we do, so he may have come across something that was less.
Yeah, he'll have some
desirable,
some like local small type shop that isn't shipping internationally that he can go to. It's always cool to find those little unknowns.
All right, JMO, we'll see you in a bit.
Later, JMO. Let's.
I think this looks okay.
I think I need this to actually split. Yeah, like that.
So then 2 belts of coal to feed.
You can go grab the iron, you can grab the copper, and that, you can go that way.
It's generally pretty hard to drown in a shower.
Oh my god, I'm out of rails. Alright. Let's quickly loop the rail car. A few hundred rails. That should take me straight north. What are we missing to build on? What are we missing to build on? There's a ghost around here? Where is the ghost? Oh no, the ghost is up there in the bushes. Oh, it's a regular train signal? I'm pretty sure I've got those. Second car. Yep.
Okay, so you're gonna need.
There it goes. Oh, nice. Almost all the way there. Alright, let's get... Oh my god, I'm gonna have enough Let's get this mess out of here because I no longer need it. And it was never really done properly. Okay, let's pull this intersection apart completely.
That's the total. Since my total amount is less than assemblers, just per machine.
It's going to be my best way of doing this. Maybe the Y connector.
That's not what the rotation button does.
If I do that,
Need 134 stone per second. Yeesh. That's 4 belts, right? If I switch over to belts, 3 belts.
bring that down there.
Do wagons per minute. Very high.
Oh, that was the right one, right there.
Wagons per 10 minutes. Wagons is not changing.
Except I need a shorter.
Oh, because this hasn't changed.
I need a shorter connector. Alright, can I get away with moving that one down? No, I can't.
Wow. Okay, to keep military science going, every minute it's going to unload 4 wagon loads.
4 wagon loads.
Yes. 4.02 wagon loads.
That's a lot.
Or if we smelt it into brick elsewhere, we can get it down to 1.2 wagon loads.
Bit of a time saver on the train. Okay, if I plunk that down there. Are you serious? It's gonna be close. It's gonna be super close. Let's bring this down. Oh my god.
What do we have? Oh, and we've got some military coming up, don't we? Ish. I mean, those will probably come up before we have these little outpost cities built. Three. Okay. Yep. This is gonna need some stone inputs.
Alright, I'm gonna take a wee bio break. I will be back in a minute.